report cards. Big, big deal, right? Your kid is gearing up for the summer, already starting to plan what camp he's going to, what activities he's going to do. Sorry about that. And everyone's getting really excited. Everyone's talking about their summer plans and who's going where and who's doing what. And there's this feeling of excitement, and we're counting down the days till the end of school. And then all of a sudden we remember, wait, there's report card day. And all of a sudden, all this excitement and feelings of, yay, we're done, is all of a sudden like punctuated. There's this like burst of a balloon that, what's it gonna say? This report card. And as a mother, I know what that's like, where you're like, okay, how is this gonna look? The whole year we've been like teaching our kids and trying to get them to do their homework and, hoping that they do well on their tests and all their scores and everyone, and like the teacher's calling and this calling. And then there's the good days where the kid studied for a test and did great. And then there's the bad days where they come home and they're like, oh, I had a test today, and that they didn't do well on that test. And then you already start imagining what that's gonna mean in a few years' time, or college and marriage. Like, it goes down this whole long road. And report cards is this like that big boom, like straight in your face. You could see it. It's all written down. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just have summer vacation without report cards? It would make things so much smoother and so much funner. Sometimes I think maybe you should have given us the report cards 2 months before the end of the year so that we can actually change things, maybe know what to work on before. So I find report cards are really just a reflection of the whole past year, and it kind of just sums it all up and gives a number to it. That can be a little stressful and a little frightening. I think anybody who's being evaluated, whether it's at work or, I don't know, where else would you be evaluated besides for school and work? But let's say at work, you're being evaluated and given a grade for every aspect of your work. There's something a little frightening about that, a little bit nerve-wracking. How am I being perceived by other people? How are other people, what are my scores and my grades? And it's kind of like getting a number put to you. It's not so pleasant, you know what I mean? And then you actually even have the other side of it, where if you did really well, like there are the kids that do really, really well in school, and they're given really high scores, but at the same time, it's like anytime there's a number put to your accomplishments, it's a little unpleasant, I think. Anyways, it's not that I'm against report cards. I think they're fine. But there's something really important I think we should remember as mothers or as parents. I think it's really important for us to remember that these report cards at the end of the year are actually not ours. They're our kids. This report card actually doesn't reflect my accomplishments. It reflects his or her academic accomplishments. Now, why is this so important? Well, I think if we really knew that, if we really knew that this wasn't a reflection of us, it was a reflection of our kids' accomplishments and nothing else, we'd be a lot more calm and relaxed. It's kind of like a mirror, right? If let's say your kid's face is dirty, right? And then someone holds that mirror up and then they can see that it's dirty. There's nothing wrong with that, because that's an opportunity for them to say, oh, I see that now. I can choose what parts of my face needs to be cleaned up and what parts are just doing fine, But, so this is an opportunity for our kids to see what's happening, to see that reflection of their academic success, right? Now, think about this for a second. If you have a kid looking in the mirror, let's say his face is dirty, and the kid is looking in the mirror and trying to see how he's doing, what he needs to improve and what not. and then a parent jumps in the middle and tries to see also, right? That kid's not going to see his reflection. Do you know what I mean? So when it comes to report cards, if this report card is a reflection of our kid's academic success, but then we jump in there and we like overanalyze it and try to like, okay, well, this needs to happen and that needs to happen and this needs improvement and you better get these scores up so that you can, and we get all involved emotionally. What we're actually doing is coming in between our kids and their report card. And when we come in between them, they actually can't see what they need to improve for themselves. Because once the parent's in the picture, the kid is much more busy with his dynamic with the parent. But if the parent isn't there, then it's just the kid and his report card, and he's like looking at it and saying, okay, I see what I need to improve and what I am doing great in. And there's no obstruction there. So when my son comes home with his report card, which he's going to be doing this coming Friday, I'm going to let it be a reflection for him to look at. And first of all, it's not a reflection of my success as a parent. It's not a reflection of I wasn't in school. And it's true, as much as I encouraged him to follow the rules and do his homework and all that, at the end of the day, this is purely a reflection of his success in the different areas of school. And I'm just going to let that be for him. If the report card is for me, then the kid can't see it because I'm overly involved with it. So I think it's just important for us to remember as we finish up this academic year and right before we head out to our exciting summer, just remember that these report cards are really for our kids, for them to look at and see and stand parallel, and for them to look at and see and take reflection from. And just remember to stand on the side and observe the same way you would, if your neighbor came home with a report card and you can look on from the side and see how are they interacting with the report card without feeling any sense of this is a reflection of me, because it's the same thing. Your kid's report card is a reflection of him or her and their success at school, in their academic and in their social, whatever it is that is being graded. So good luck to you, and I hope that this summer is really exciting. I'll be posting some more videos about summer topics. Bye for now.